clients describe NBC as hell, as the worst conditions they've been in.
The government wanted to turn himself in because then they can't ask for detention. So they go and they arrest him. They arrest a guy who came to New York to turn himself in.
Diddy Combs has always been in the spotlight, but the recent headlines surrounding him are far removed from his music or business success. Instead, they center on something much darker. His secretive and extravagant gatherings, often referred to as freak-off parties, and the controversies surrounding them. Once celebrated for their exclusivity and luxury, these events are now at the center of a scandal that threatens to bring down not only Diddy, but a network of influential figures. The pressing question is, what was really happening behind those closed doors?
Diddy Combs into custody. He's seen in this video entering the Park Hyatt Hotel in Midtown Manhattan with others when agents from Homeland Security Investigations approach and separate him. They place Combs under arrest and lead him out the front door in handcuffs.
Imagine this. A-list celebrities, artists, and aspiring entertainers gather in private locations, high-end venues in New York, Miami, Los Angeles, or the Hamptons, lured by the chance to network with one of the music industry's most powerful men. On the surface, these parties appeared to be glamorous, star-studded affairs, but rumors suggest something far more sinister was lurking underneath. Allegations of manipulated guests, secret recordings, and suspicious behavior are slowly coming to light, leading many to question what truly went down at these events.
We all saw it posted yesterday all over our social media pages. Cassie filed a lawsuit in New York City against Diddy.
Yikes.
She's claiming she was stuck in a decade-long cycle of abuse.
Tony Buzbee, the attorney representing more than 100 accusers, has painted a disturbing picture of what allegedly occurred at these lavish gatherings. He claims the so-called freak-off parties were carefully orchestrated, with guests not merely attending for fun. Instead, the parties were reportedly filled with hidden agendas involving not just entertainment, but manipulation, control, and leverage. The thinking goes, what better way to keep people under your thumb than by hosting wild events, getting them to lower their guard, and later using compromising material against them?
And Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact, Jake, that the government in this indictment presented evidence alleging that Sean Combs was running a criminal enterprise.
Let's dive into what these parties were like. Those who attended describe over-the-top luxury, private chefs, sprawling estates, extravagant pools, and an endless flow of amenities. Yet, behind the glittering facade, whispered reports emerged about guests being pressured into actions they wouldn't normally consider. Some even claimed their drinks left them feeling disoriented and confused, unsure of what had happened. The aftermath? Many attendees reportedly couldn't fully remember the night. It sounds almost like a scene from a dark thriller, where a high-rolling event transforms into something far more troubling.
Right?
Nah, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Buzbee's accusations go beyond just wild parties. According to him, Diddy didn't organize these extravagant nights for fun alone. There were other motives. His law firm claims these events were designed to create a network of leverage, almost like a covert operation where people were caught in compromising situations, sometimes unknowingly recorded or observed, with footage saved for future use. Rumors suggest this was a tactic to keep people in line, ensure loyalty, or perhaps even force certain business decisions.
Rumors are that Diddy was running some kind of Epstein-type deal where he was filming everybody, right?
That's the rumors, yeah. I don't know that there's any proof or anything other than that.
One name that frequently surfaces is Cuba Gooding Jr., an actor allegedly seen at several of these gatherings. It's important to note that no one is accusing Cuba of criminal activity, but his presence raises questions. He may have witnessed certain things or known about the darker side of these parties. The speculation is that several celebrities may have attended, seen things they shouldn't have, and stayed silent to protect their own careers.
It was just an escape for me. I was just young, like everybody in the industry and people in the world who experiment and do.
These events weren't just about the party scene. They were also about business connections and favors that extended far beyond the dance floor. Behind the scenes, Diddy allegedly used these gatherings to seal major business deals with corporations, banks, and hotels. These venues hosted the most exclusive parties, yet no one seemed to question what went on behind closed doors. Why? Were these institutions complicit? Or did they turn a blind eye to preserve their profitable relationships with one of the music industry's most powerful figures?
If you got to run to a private island because your evil doings are doing so much and they storming your house, it's one of these.
High-end hotels, particularly in Miami and New York, might have played a bigger role than initially thought. Buzbee claims some of these institutions were not only aware of what was happening, but actively facilitated the events. Whether it involved allowing suspicious activities within their walls or processing questionable financial transactions, it seems these businesses may have more to answer for than they are willing to admit. Investigations are underway, and some reports suggest these entities could face legal consequences for enabling such behavior.
It's so funny what's happening with Diddy because this was inevitable.
Banks are also under scrutiny. According to Buzbee, some financial institutions that worked with Diddy helped process transactions that now appear suspicious. Payments were allegedly made in cash to ensure discretion, and there's speculation that some banks may have looked the other way when they saw large sums of money moving in questionable ways. Could these financial dealings be part of a broader scheme to fund and maintain Diddy's controversial gatherings? This is no longer just about one man. It's about an entire ecosystem that allowed these events to continue for years.
A lot of the evidence, alleged evidence, that's been gathered in this case was from those 2 raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami and Los Angeles. And the indictment names the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these sexual performances that have been named freak-offs.
Buzbee has hinted in interviews that more lawsuits are coming, not just against Diddy, but also against the companies that may have helped facilitate his actions. A firestorm is coming, he warned, suggesting this could become one of the entertainment industry's biggest legal battles. He hinted that when the full list of corporate and celebrity enablers is revealed, it will shock the public. Although we don't yet know who will be named, the suggestion that major banks, luxury hotels, and even powerful pharmaceutical companies might be involved has raised eyebrows. The fallout from this case could extend far beyond Diddy's circle of personal acquaintances.
Stevie J, the Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man.
At this point, it's hard to say where the blame will ultimately land. Diddy has repeatedly denied all allegations, with his legal team calling the claims false and defamatory. His attorney, Erica Wolf, has stated this is nothing more than a reckless media circus driven by rumors and speculation rather than facts. She insists Diddy looks forward to clearing his name in court. However, as more details emerge, the scale of the scandal feels overwhelming. How many people knew what was happening? How many stood by and said nothing? Buzbee claims his clients have provided photos, videos, and messages that support their stories. If this evidence is as damning as suggested, Diddy's legal troubles may just be beginning.
That this is the end of the Diddy story as we know it.
The deeper you dig into this story, the more it feels like a potential turning point for the entertainment industry. Diddy, once at the pinnacle of success, now faces the possibility of losing everything. But this isn't just about him. It's about a culture that may have protected and enabled this behavior for years. If Buzbee's warnings are accurate, we're only scratching the surface of a much deeper issue. The question on everyone's mind is, who else will be named? How many powerful figures have been involved, and how far will the consequences reach?
There has been some updates in the Diddy $100 million default judgment that we reported on earlier this week.
As more evidence comes to light, the stakes continue to rise. This isn't just a story about parties gone wrong, it's about power, influence, and control. Diddy's parties were not merely exclusive gatherings for the elite, they were allegedly designed to entrap people, creating situations that could later be used for leverage. What began as whispers has now escalated into a full-blown legal battle, one that could take down not just Diddy, but anyone within his inner circle. The coming months will be critical as court cases progress and more details are revealed.
There are some problems that the defense has brought up originally, but it seems like, just from reading this 14-page indictment, that there is enough physical evidence to perhaps get a conviction in this case. We shall see. These are allegations.
But the story doesn't end with Diddy. Now, the question is, who else could be dragged into this mess? Diddy's name is in the spotlight, but scandals like this often ensnare others in their wake. Diddy didn't build his empire alone, and there are whispers that some of his closest associates, friends, and business partners might soon face uncomfortable questions. Could the fallout from Diddy's trial topple more than just his career?